Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Mayfield got an open man. That's David the Joker, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath that, just trying to free up some space. And it worked all very well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced in. Let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100-plus in this one in order to stay in that race.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss a one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about the way they run that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I would run here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. They're going to get it. They bring it down with sack back at the 16-yard line. Bobby Johnson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And his kick is indeed good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that is trying to establish itself to start a game. It has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Come on now. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Achilles traps. Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Harrison. He'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
43 is the mark. 65 kill. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
First carry for Najee Harris. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, Harrison forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They get 3 up to midfield. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Touchdown! Nick Chubb with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
SOS. Hey, watch it.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. From the gun on 3rd down. Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they win
This has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And it is caught at the 10-yard line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start planning for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Gun. It's a give to Chubb. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 18-yard line. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 and a 4. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Browns hang on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And these guys will take a 10-point lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 31, check 31.
On the give, this is Harris. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
You think you won't get that? Mike 28. Mike 28. Who that? Who that? 18 ready. 18 ready. 28. Mike. He's coming. He's coming.
Back to throw. Harrison steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Mayfield on play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carroll...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Ford. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harrison flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check, 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 check. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Harrison. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
From the gun on third down, Harrison. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hurry. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sends his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second down and goal. Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw that tight coverage, you see what happens. It's hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Out to his left. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Kyle Ford. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw the broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Starts with a run from Mostert, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation,
Steelers 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. This will go for 5 up to the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back. Switch.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Following the penalty, Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chubb will get the call running left. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
On 2nd down and 4. Mayfield throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Maybe they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a scheme trying to shake things up a little bit to try to get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked something else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in the pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. That's right. And he's into the end zone. It's a final return for the Browns TD. And the screen can be a tough play for a wide receiver. We saw it there. They have to look the football into their hands, then turn their head up and look upfield.
It's quite a checklist, isn't it? Watch the ball into your hands, tuck it away, get upfield, find your blockers. Sometimes the list gets lost in there, and the defense makes it work.
And they made it work. They got the fumble. They took it in for the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear him. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. And he'll find his way in for 2. Back to a touchdown. The lead's cut to 16. The kickoff to the field now is on the 7-0 line. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Caught at the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll go left side of the ground with Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a look at the way. They run it again with Chubb. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. They'll run with Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Browns get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now they're determined, are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Yeah, we'll see how determined they are. They're still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 11, Panther 11. 52's the mic, boys. Street. Check, Bobcat. Check 50.
From the gun, Harrison. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. McLaughlin for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here, trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, Just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Harrison going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Check that. Mike 50. Hawk 70. That's what I do. Mike 52. Strip the 7 Byron. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Back to throw. Harrison. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down. Slam.
They run for it with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Looking to throw. Harrison. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. Open man, completes it to Claypool. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. And waiting for the gun. Harrison eluding the pressure right. Got his man, it's caught. The Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Rush in.
They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This this is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a chance to make their big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down. Harrison. He's going to let it fly. He dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. It's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Maybe he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Watch the whip.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Roll it. And for the Steelers, touchdown. Chase Claypool. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Come get some. Come on here.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you defend it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your hands on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Switch. Showing it. A little flare.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure the defensive line understands there may be additional guys running at the quarterback.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
3 buzz.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they head on to their lead. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, there's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Check nickel. 25. Check 25.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.